Welcome to something a little different on the channel, and also something that is really going to test the limits of YouTube Content ID. But I just wanted to tell you guys about a match I watched. Lazio versus Udinese. Now on paper, this isn't something that looked really that exciting, and I didn't even watch it live. But when I was looking at the scorelines of every single match, like I usually do, that scoreline kind of popped out as like a little sore thumb. And the nice thing about Paramount Plus, outside of the 1 billion things that is wrong with that streaming service, is that you can watch any replay of a match in full. So I did just that. But if we can go for a light goal of 1.1k, that'd be kind of cool. So here's a little quick preview. Lazio going into this match were 8th, Udinese 14th. Maurizio Sarri's men prior to this match had just lost 4-0 to Napoli. And then before that was a match against Juventus where they lost 2-0. And mind you, this isn't, the same Juventus we've seen in the last couple years. So Lazio, at this point in time, have not scored a single goal in 180 plus minutes. But speaking of scoring, Ciro Immobile was their top scorer with 10 goals in the season. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic is also having a great season in Serie A right now. But the issue with Lazio and why they were 8th at the time is because of their defending. Up to this point, they had conceded 25 goals, canceling out the 25 they had scored. This puts them 7th worst for goals conceded in Serie A, and not to mention they only have 2 clean sheets throughout the entire season so far, putting them 4th worst. But it's not exactly their defense that is abysmal. It's their goalkeeper. Pepe Reina isn't just bad, he's had the worst save percentage throughout the entire league so far. I couldn't get the data before Lazio Udinese, but so far save percentage is 58.1%.
We cannot replace him.
But enough about Lazio. Udinese now. As we said before, this team is currently 14th, and honestly, not bad, considering that they lost their main goalkeeper in Juan Musso to Atalanta and their best creative player in Rodrigo de Paul to Atletico Madrid. I mean, I'd say they've done pretty well, and they haven't really made any major signings either. Their defense has been holding up pretty well, but when you do take away your best creative player, you are going to struggle for goals, and they definitely have been. Udinese prior to this match had 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss. One of those draws was against relegation candidates Genoa. They had nearly 20 shots, but only 3 were on target. And thus, the match begins. First 7 minutes, Lazio trying to find space through their passing sequences to no avail. Udinese would, for the most part, just wait for Lazio to make a mistake and try to break when the time was right. So despite Lazio having 90% of the ball, Udinese had the better threat. And Udinese's better threats would give them the lead in the 16th minute. Beto timed his run brilliantly, with the help of Patrick running on Windows XP, and headed it home from a Yayalo delivery. That was Beto's 5th goal in his Serie A season debut. But in response, now Lazio were attacking with a little more intent. Their sequences had a little more bite, but every time Lazio looked to have a clear chance to score, they'd sky the shot. Udinese, ever since scoring, decided to just kind of sit back. They really didn't go past their half very often. But then, they found their moment to pounce. And thus, Udinese are now 2-0 up, Beto with his 2nd of the game and 6th of the season. And I will say, throughout the entirety of this match, my favorite player to watch was Beto. The stature of this man just reminds me somewhat of Sebastian Haller, and his ability to hold up play in this match was salivating. And if you thought that was all, he's f***ing quick. Like EA, you don't know what the f*** you're talking about. Listen, Udinese, if I were you, I would get this man on a permanent deal immediately. I swear he's going to be really dangerous in the next coming years. After the goal, Udinese got maybe a little bit too excited being 2-0 up. Almost right off kickoff, they conceded a very sloppy goal, and the score was now 2-1. But then Lazio got complacent in defending on kickoff, and mind you, they're still 1-0 down. Luckily for them though, the shot was deflected. Later on, over the top from Pedro to Immobile, who falls in the box, but no penalty called. Immobile mouths off to the ref books him, but not for the bickering. Here come Udinese on the counter again, but I want you all to watch closely at Luis Alberto. Luis, you gonna go any quicker? Your man is in acres of space. I don't think a morning jog is gonna... Oh, just forget it.
I don't want to see anymore. I don't want to see anymore, bro.
And as we go into halftime, the score is Udinese 3, Lazio won. Into the second half, Lazio off to a fiery start as they immediately find a second goal through Pedro. Credit to the Hisai Meg though. Couple minutes later, Beto still looking dangerous as he nearly finds the hat trick to put the game to bed. It's just going back and forth at this point now. Milinkovic-Savic, with all the time in the world, has a shot and he makes it look so goddamn simple. I mean, whenever I go outside and hopelessly play the beautiful game, I try and have a shot like that and it usually just goes wide, or I just don't have enough power. This man literally just toe tapped it into the top corner. But more importantly, Lazio come back from 3-1 down pretty quickly and with plenty of time to find a winner. But just when things were going well for Lazio, one of their defenders just had to get booked again, leaving Bianca Celeste down to 10 men now. And Udinese as a result do get a free kick in a relatively dangerous position. Whoop, Immobile left loose, just one defender to beat. Yeah, it hasn't been his night, honestly. Molina gets his second yellow of the night, he's off, and it's now 10v10. 76 minutes, Lazio trying to find that winner, a great connection between Milinkovic-Savic and Pedro, but it's just wide. 2 minutes later, however, Lazio find that fourth goal, but it's offside. But then it's not offside. 4-3 to Lazio with 9 minutes left. Don't worry, they're both okay. Lazio with the chance to finish off the game, and Immobile seals the deal. Never mind, it's offside. Alas, we fast forward to the dying minutes of the match. Udinese have been around Lazio's box but have not found a clear chance. But finally, an opportunity as an Udinese player is fouled right outside the edge of the box. Probably the very last kick of the match. Forestieri, with a little bit of trickery and deceit, and Togi Arslan takes it first time and just wallops it into the top corner. 4-all as Stadio Olimpico is silenced, and where is Arslan? Oh. And that completes the incredible fireworks show that was Lazio versus Udinese. Easily one of the best matches I have watched this season. But let's quickly talk about our man of the match, Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. He had 1 goal, had the second most touches in the game with 87, 2 key passes, 100% dribble success with 3 out of 3 won, 5 aerials, the most in the entire match, and also 3 tackles and 3 interceptions. This man was quite literally everywhere. But that, my friends, was the best match of the season so far that you didn't see. But now, you've seen it. Kind of. It'd be kind of cool to do more of these types of videos. Then again, me trying to maintain a series is almost impossible nowadays. I mean, it'd be pretty cool to talk about the 2-all draw between Man City and Liverpool. That was probably one of my favorite matches so far. Oh no, but the Premier League can't be having that. They're too threatened by someone like me. As always, a massive shout out to our patrons, Janos Balas, Adroit, Daniel Ortiz, Joseph Bonfante, Victor, Dominic Griffin, Emmett Shea, Lewis, Big Bird, Cash Getty, Exos Mubobo, and Tomakis. I'm getting better at it. If you want to join the Patreon, there'll be a link down below and an annotation up there. If you'd like, you can follow me on Twitter. We're close to 1,000 followers there. You can follow my Instagram. You can also follow my TikTok, trying to get to 3,000 still. And of course, you can follow my Twitch. But until then, I'll see you guys.